Now, one question. How did you get your TEDx talk?
So my background, I have a 20 years of experience. Eventually, I became CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst from USA. That and I started my own investment banking firm. I have already published a book.
The goal is different. It's not to become a J.K. Rowling. It's to become like recognized as an expert in your field. Hi Vivek, thank you for being there.
Thank you very much for calling me in.
Okay, so Vivek is on way to appointment. He hasn't been appointed, but the next person we'll show you has been appointed. But we want to hear from Vivek how in 6 months or 7 months, what are the changes that have happened. So Vivek, you are a senior professional, 20 plus years of experience, right? And you've already done a lot of big things. Why did you think of becoming an independent director?
So, two things, Abhyuday. First and foremost, I was getting some opportunity being a CFO and quite active in the startup segment. I start getting interest from my cohorts as well as the investment where I was working with. That was the reason number one. Reason number two, I came across your program, which made me understand that how effectively we can approach such kind of activity, because there are risks as well involved in this process.
Right.
So you've shown us that how to mitigate those risks and plunge into this area, which makes sense. And that's how I started.
So how long did it take you to clear the exam? But what is the reason? You wanted an additional career opportunity, you wanted to build your brand, you wanted to secure your retirement. What was the idea?
Additional career opportunity was the right word which I should frame. Second, it has a prestige involved in it. Given that I'm quite involved in ESG and sustainability, governance is quite a big part of it. And learning this program does help there.
So how long did it take you to clear the exam?
It was, 6 months, which I attended the program. I took the attempt only at very latest stage because I was not free. The moment I got time, I attempted and I passed.
March, so April, May, June, July, August. Around 5 months it took you, right?
Correct.
Congrats, that's very good. And anybody can do it, no technical stuff.
It's not rocket science as long as they understand the topic and they have gone through once.
A lot of people have a little bit of bias that ki finance se ho ya CEO, CSO, lawyer ho to aap kar loge. But they're like, can I do, because I am from other background, maybe HR, maybe sales, maybe marketing, maybe tech. But the exam is not that difficult, right? If you study, if you prepare, you can do it too.
So let me give a very clear picture here. Absolutely no. If you are from finance, you get a privilege because 2-3 modules are there which is related to financial analysis. As long as you are interested in the field, you will easily pass this exam. It has nothing to do with the finance career.
And your batchmates are now from so many other fields. And
that's what the point was. Out of 40 people in my cohort, hardly 5 or 6 people were from the finance background. Rest of it were not, and they got blessed as well. You see.
Yeah. How did you go about your branding? How did
branding?
When you give a TEDx talk, it's a big deal.
So Abhyuday, let me congratulate your team headed by Priyanka Karwa and Ashish ji. Both of them were quite helpful there. The techniques which they tell are completely practical. Of course, what you are saying is totally what exactly happens, but they take you step by step. So it helps you. It definitely helps you, and it gives you a lot of mileage, which you put you in net. You see, this is escape velocity which I got from this program. It's not that I was not doing the good job. I was doing it, but the program does give you help and push you to the next step.
So what could you give some examples of, you don't have to teach the techniques, but which are the things that helped you get your branding part in place, or how the course helped you for the exam, all of that?
Okay, so 3 questions there exactly, which I will address. So you have 3 separate modules running all together. One is on the program itself, which is anyway you get 40 hours from IICA as well, the government body. Program is there, which you get in terms of case study. So what happens in the program is we work with a senior guy, of course, Dr. Satish Bhaktu was there, who's experienced person.
Who's faculty from skill arbitrage.
Absolutely. The moot stuff which you have done, that gives you a feel that it's not, even though I sit on the board, it's not that as difficult as when we sit, even though as a CFO, you sit in the board, but you are always on the receiving side. So when you are on the giving side, does it make difference? These moot courts helps you.
First, you did mock board meetings.
Absolutely, mock board meeting, you said.
Right.
The second one is the personal branding, where your team takes us through and also connects us. The best part is they connect us to the right people, that whom should we speak. We know a lot of PR agency, but approaching them itself is a tough task, right? So they help you there. That's the second part. And the third part, of course, your program is well led. As long as people are committed to give certain hours in a week, they will get through it. So
just before that, I want to know, some people are saying, what is your background? Could you reintroduce? Okay. So I introduced you, you can introduce.
So my background, I have a 20 years of experience. I have worked with Grant Thornton, leading agency in audit and assurance, but I was on the transaction advisory side. However, I started as a sales guy, worked for 1 year into real estate, and transited myself into the financial domain, where I got a lot of passion. Eventually, I became CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst from USA, and started heading Grand Fountain Middle East transaction advisory. Did large jobs, bringing China development banks to airports, ports, etc. Then I left that and started my own investment banking firm. Before I went and became CFO in one of my investment where I was working with. And then I'm doing CFO, and currently I'm also an investment banker.
And what are the things that you have done in the last 1 year to build your brand?
So, most important thing, of course, on the work-wise, I am doing a lot of stuff, which is also a part of the branding as well. So you do not do branding only to become an independent director. You do branding to become a better person. Yeah, and that helps me to get through the TED Talk. One of the things which was completely I work with you guys was through the TED Talk. Yeah, I also created a list for myself in ESG, where now I am quite authority on it and working with a lot of large companies, ESG and BRSR. So these are the stuff which has happened after I got exposure to a different scale.
Very good. And you give a TED Talk, you're going to publish a book. What will that be on?
I have already published a book.
Already published?
Yeah, already published. It's not on self yet. It's on 12th hitting self on the Diwali. Names from underdog to unicorn. It's exactly my story, but it's completely investment banking book. So it's a kind of interweaved.
Great. And get it covered, no, somewhere?
Yes, that I'm talking to you yesterday, and with the team, I'm getting inspired to getting it covered very soon.
Very good.
Because for investment banking, it's quite useful, and CFA is anyway promoting this. CFA.
And you should just get it distributed. Like you can invest also a little and get it distributed to about top 50 or 100 people you know in the industry who could just get to know about you. And this is something that, merchant banker, anybody, startup founder, SME owner considering IPO, they'll want to know ki bhai inka hai, because then if they have to think of you as appointing you as an independent director, they'll know this person is an authority in this area.
I think I will consider that for sure.
You'll have to pay thoda sa for the publishing. Don't charge them. Don't ask them to buy. Okay, here the goal is different. It's not to become a JK Rowling. It's to become recognized as an expert in your field.
Absolutely.
So you can get it circulated to NBFCs, financial institutions or investment banks, startup founders and merchant bankers. Maybe 100 or 200, whatever you think is okay, or 50 every month, whatever works in your budget. Now, one question: how did you get your TEDx talk?
Exactly, I told you that the team at your end, Ashish Kawa, she introduced me approach. I knew you TEDx people, but I was not approaching them. So the approach which you guys taught into your class was effective. So I started contacting them through different network, particular set of exercise which you have given, that helped. And you won't believe, within a month, March, this was done in March itself, the course I received. And April, I had a confirmation that I'm speaking in month of September.
Wow.
And I didn't pay. Somebody's asking, did you pay? Definitely I didn't pay. That's the point.
TED Talk, you can't
pay, then it's a different ballgame.
You can't pay your way through it.
But you have to have an authority. People do take you if you talk sense for last 1-2 months. So that's also is a part of game.
How many people you wrote to before you got a confirmation?
15 people.
15.
I connected with more than 20-25 people. 15 I wrote, and 2 people have approached me with a positive, and 1 immediately confirmed it even.
And you'll go give the second one also?
Second one was probably coming year, because this year they could not adjust me in that team.
Fabulous. Congratulations, Vivek. So people are saying, Vikram is saying there are agencies who charge money for you to speak at TEDx. Yeah. And then it doesn't help, right?
It will work otherwise around, because people know you have paid for it. Yeah.
You will pay them a lot of money for this. Itne mein you can build your brand, become independent director, get appointed.
30,000 to get a publicity is much cheaper than paying 3 lakhs rupees to get a TEDx talk for 15 minutes.
Great. Congratulations, Vivek. And any questions you all have from him?
Somebody saying distribute all 600 people here. Why not? I am happy to do that. But of course, I need to sponsor myself in that case.
Reasonableness of the request, they are not thinking. Ebook you can buy from Amazon Kindle, right? That's where
yes, it is available in all platforms.
Kindle Unlimited में free भी होता है.
Free है ही.
हाँ, तो ले लो आप, क्या distribute कराना फिर.
वही.
I'm telling him to print it out so that it's showing on the racks of people, right? कि कोई lawyer है, उसके rack पे है ये. Right, investment banker है, उसके rack पे दिख रहा है. That is for his branding. Okay, and you've got some awards also.
Absolutely, 3 awards, but of course, few of them were before joining the program, and 1 definitely I got recently. So that also I should give a credit to.
Great. And one more question: this independent director is not a conflict with a job, right? Most employers have no issue if you're independent.
That's what I'm saying. As a CFO, I used to get a lot of people approaching me saying that, can you become? The risk you need to understand and mitigate those. Then only there is no conflict.
People had already approached you earlier.
Yeah, they were approaching. That's why I joined the program. That was my first lever. And people were talking. You must be knowing that I am already on a board of MIT WPO.
Yes.
As a
non-profit.
So I was there, so people were approaching me. But the risks are huge. And if you are a CFO and then you are taking independent director in your competitor, that becomes definitely conflict of interest. So you have to understand, and that's why you need to go through the course and pass the exam.
But it's safe, right? People, working professionals, a lot of people are very scared that I'll become an independent director and oh my God, what will happen? I have to be really careful. It's a full-time job. Some people started writing to me.
4 days in a year, if you can't spend on a party, then you're not right for this job.
4 days you can't spend on a party. Why party?
It's a party, right? Board meetings are mostly a party if you like that sector and business. It says you go there, you eat, dine, wine, and you meet right people with the same mindset. What else you need in a life?
Yeah. Correct. And if some CEO is confused, then they'll do it on the Zoom and they'll pay you for that. So you don't even spend that time.
Does that matter? You got the money, you go and do
Got the money, exactly.
You go and do the party.
Great, Vivek. Congratulations. We are super proud of you. Extremely well done. And you know what to do next to get appointed. We've been speaking. Feel free to hit me up anytime on this because you're like just on the brink.
Thank you.
Like literally anytime this can happen. And continue the branding work. Do give your second TEDx talk.
Thank you.
And anytime you speak or get an award, definitely cover on LinkedIn. Record a short reel, explaining it. And great work. Thank you so much. You've motivated so many people here. Right. And quick feedback, everybody, for Vivek. Vivek is extremely busy. Right?
You can find me on LinkedIn, the social media.
Vivek Suman, you can search for.
Thank you.
So exam you can give. You can give your TED talk. You can get your branding done. You have to do your branding, but you can do it with support. Right. What were the 3 best things here? You said the branding part. The
branding part. Of course, the branding part is key here. But apart from that, the mock boardrooms, which a senior guy like Satish Bhattu talks.
Satish Bhattu is, I think, 68 or 70 years and he has sat in more than 100 meetings in real companies and he teaches how to do it.
Absolutely. And he's in the CA board, he's teaching as well. So he is quite a resource.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vivek. Pleasure having you and we are so proud of you. All the best for your appointment.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, and thanks to everyone who has thanked me. And
and we can ask them actually. By the way, do you all think with this kind of brand he can get appointed, with this kind of network, this kind of brand, he could get appointed in the next 3 months? Yes, no, maybe. Can you tell me? Like literally, there's nothing left on that checklist to finish. Now the only thing is to find the merchant bankers and the SMEs. He's the bouncing wall for everybody, right? Finance, paisa raise karna hai, investment raise karna hai, IPO karna hai. He's the person to reach, right? But you could be in your area. For sales, you could be the person who scales up a company and grows. Right? For marketing, you could be that. For HR, you could be that. In either ways, you could be the bouncing, the sounding wall. Great. Congratulations. Like you can see the roaring, thunderous uproar in support for you, right? Really, this is well done. Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I really am humbled. Thank you.